Hello, sisters, brothers, and siblings of labor, as well as our community friends and partners. My name is Shannon Myers, and I'm president of the Southwest Washington Central Labor Council. And I'm here today on April 28th to recognize Workers' Memorial Day. 50 years ago, the Occupational Safety and Health Act, which we all know as OSHA, went into effect after tireless efforts of the labor movement. This act did one simple thing. It promised workers the right to a safe job. And in this 50th year of OSHA, we focus on the need to renew that promise of a safe job for all of America's workers. Each year, thousands of workers are killed and millions more suffer injury or illness because of their jobs. Far too many workers die from preventable hazards, and many more workers get sick from exposure to toxic chemicals. And we here in Southwest Washington, we are not immune from this. We have had several working people from our community to have died on the job in 2020. And we want to take a moment to honor them by sharing their names.
Carolyn Sue Clark Bennett, Associate Principal.
Andrew J. Inskeep, Youth Pastor.
Heriberto Jimenez, Drywall and Installation Worker.
Tristan Gunter Miller, Receiving Clerk.
Lilia Sagaria, Concierge.
Accountability and oversight have deteriorated. Many employers and workers never have even seen an OSHA representative in their workplace. Penalties are still too low to be a deterrent, and not to mention that workers are not adequately protected without retaliation if they do speak out against an unsafe working condition, or God forbid, they want to join a union. Worker safety and a worker's voice go hand in hand. Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, workers here in Washington came together and used our collective voice to demand safety protections from this highly contagious virus. Here in Washington state, we had 25 deaths from COVID that were contracted while they were on the job. Those people were nurses, correctional officers, housekeepers, food workers, grocery workers, are frontline workers. And I strongly believe that it would have been a lot worse if it had not been for our Washington state labor movement. Now, Washington, we're ranked #1 among states with the strongest unions, and that's based on union membership rate and average wages for union members. And we are ranked #5 amongst the most unionized states in the country. But not all states are like that, and not all workers are in a position and protected by a union. That is why this year, America's labor movement is launching a full-scale national campaign to pass the PRO Act. That is the Protecting the Right to Organize Act, which would give tens of millions of workers who want to form a union a fair path to do so. This way, if there is an unsafe working condition, you do not have to go it alone and risk your job or even your life. You have a family of leaders and union members behind you to make sure that you come home after a hard day's work. So please look at your state, see if your senator is supportive of the PRO Act. And if they're not, call them, make your voice heard. Let them know that the PRO Act is a worker's voice on the job. Now, I would like to take a moment to remember those Washingtonians that had died all across Washington state in 2020. We had a total of 119 deaths. 25 of those were due to COVID-19. But even after removing those COVID-19 deaths, we still had the highest number of deaths on the job here in Washington State that we have had in the last 10 years. That is unacceptable. And with the PRO Act, protections of a union, and workers standing together, maybe we can bring this number down and bring everyone home to their families. In closing, we would like to honor all those working people who have lost their lives on the job in Washington. Workers Memorial Day 2021. Safe jobs for all.